Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Global Healing for Humanity. I'm very pleased to present some thoughts with you this evening and to also have us each go do some guided healing meditations together, work on ourselves, and also to send positive thoughts into the world. So, what we're going to do is we're going to just put a little bit of thought out right now of what the intentions are. So, we notice that we obviously have some incredible challenges going on in the world right now. And it's because of this that we decided that it's time that we should all get together and do something about it. We're not the only group that's doing things about it. There are communities of light all over the world gathered, not just tonight, but ongoing and have been for some time and will continue to do that. So there's power in numbers, and even though I can't see you, we're going to practice mind to mind communication. We're going to sink in our minds together, and we're going to not only do healing for ourselves, but we are going to use the power of our minds together, and we're going to send that out into the world. Specifically tonight, because of the recent activities in the Middle East, we're not going to sit back and let nations, leaders, governments, and corporations decide our future for this generation and the many beautiful generations to come. We're going to start to neutralize negativity more, and we're going to start putting out positivity, um, call upon their own souls to instill in their minds some higher logic and reasoning, um, to bring about a balance in this world where there is resolutions. And certainly, we have to look at what each one of us as a population contribute to this types of situations, and how there's a large number of souls on this planet that have come here to help in the process of raising consciousness, raising vibration, bringing higher consciousness to the world. And by emanating our light into the world and by speaking to people, doing our part, we have a very strong influence on what those leaders, what those nations ultimately do. And I'm sure, like many of us, we don't like what we see. We don't like the, precarious situations, the environmental damage, the destruction, and so on, and maiming and killing of human life. So we have the ability to change this. And those of you that are joining right now, and of course, those of you that will be watching this later as a video instead of live, you're old souls. You are old healers, teachers, very advanced souls, and I can see why you have joined in. You have come to step in and say, we draw the line, enough is enough. We are under incredible, uh, let's call it shifts in age of consciousness. And we intend to bring about and anchor that light and that age of higher consciousness into this world. So, what we're going to do each week, if you'll be do the honor of joining me, I would be very pleased if you can, that we can all, first of all, do healing for ourselves. So, I'm going to take you through a guided meditation here in the inner temple of healing and wisdom. And then we'll take a little break. So we're going to split this up into about a 10-12 minute of healing. If you decide you need to lay down for that, that's great if you wish to do that, or you wish to just sit and close your eyes with me. I know we're going to be sitting here with our eyes closed, but you know what? We're sitting with our eyes closed and we're going to do deep breathing, and we're going to bring energy into our own systems because we are divine beings and we are energy beings. So we're going to increase our energy and focus our minds through our hearts, through love. And then we're going to go on to the second meditation where we're going to emanate that light into humanity in various ways. I have to wait till I see how I just intuitively this comes into play. I have my ideas on what it's going to be like, but I like to follow intuitive guidance. The only other thing I think I'd like to remind you is that remember you're multi-dimensional beings, which means that you are of a let's say a growing consciousness right now. You are striving to raise your conscious awareness and reintegrate yourself with your soul to your monad, to the divine. The active functioning of your soul, which is why you're here, is that because you've come into this world with a soul purpose, a mandate, a particular mission in life. And this is part of it. This is part of it. You're watching mankind go through transformation, dropping of an old paradigm. You are watching mankind in leaps and bounds shift into higher consciousness, pockets, distribution of souls all over the world. And so you are here to join in and to contribute and to live embodying the higher consciousness. And you're going to be doing that by keeping yourself at a higher level of vibration of your own mind, of your own being. And that's why you're doing spiritual work every day. And that's why you're doing your own soul's work, like deep breathing, meditation, and so on. So that's what we're going to do right now, is something that each one of you do many, many times a week, a day, perhaps a few times per month. Whatever amount of time you spend doing that, that is how you're shifting your consciousness and returning to knowing your soul's purpose. All right, so without any further delay, let's start with our own meditation. And this is going to be for healing. So I cannot play music through this at this time. I'll have to figure out how we do that as we go along into greater successes with our gatherings here. But in the meantime, if you'll just join me and we'll close our eyes and start with some nice deep breaths in. Breathe with the diaphragm. Breathe through the nose if you can. And find your own rhythm. This is a very important time for you. You are connecting with your divine estate of your monad. Every time that you breathe in, you're drawing from that profound light within you. You are gathered here in the inner temple of healing and wisdom. And we are each here for the same reason, that we are aspiring to increase our integration of our spiritual self with our evolving personality. And we're doing that with the intentions through our hearts, our minds, and our will. Finding your rhythm, allow your shoulders to drop, your lower back. Relaxation to your legs and your feet. And know that you are protected with the guardians of light in all four directions, above and below. You may start to experience your own waves of self-realization, your own cascading light, so that every time you breathe in, You're drawing that soul's light, that higher light. And in your own rhythm, every time you exhale, that light moves through your systems all the way down to your body, right down to your legs and your feet. Now we start with a focus awareness at your forehead. As you are sitting here in the inner temple, you're facing the east towards the greater light and realizing the light above your head. And you let that vision center of yours expand. Let yourself be aware of the multidimensional functionality of your being. Start to feel that light moves through your face and eyes, your hand. As the healing rays of light start to energetically, therapeutically massage the back of your neck and shoulders. And we clear the pathways just above your eyes, in your forehead, as if you can feel a smooth passageway through your face, your beautiful, radiant face. And let that extend behind the back of your head, the occipital, connecting the triad of light, both sides of your brain now, top of your head, as you feel that triangle, that triad, from the top of your head, both sides, and then down inside your head. You might even feel a little energy pushing down through the bridge of your nose and across to your TMJ, your jaw, upper jaw, both sides. And feel yourself becoming your higher being, your higher nature. As if you can feel the energy flowing inside and you can feel your aura expand, your energy field. You touch the throat center, right over the thyroid, front and the back of your neck now. And now you're going to shift and change so that you may feel yourself sitting what we'll call in your own robes of light, your own cascading color and vibration. And whatever color or feeling you have is perfect for you. We're going to adjust. I'm using a lot of symbolism here. The energy of the set of pearls, like a necklace, sitting on a medallion over your heart of gold and white light. The pearls of wisdom coming down through both sides of the neck. And building up with blue light and gold light and green up in your upper chest, front and back on this beautiful medallion. And just let that cascade down as if you can feel again your robes of light. We're going to break off some passageways of your forehead. There's some very old buildup. We call that just energy debris. So we're going to go back into your inner eye here at the forehead and just gently It's like brushing away, there we go, brushing away some of the old buildup of the, we'll call that the veils of the past, the restrictions. And let yourself know thyself, know through your inner vision, your intuition, your power of self. And we'll let that flow down. See if you can shift your awareness a little bit more, breathing on longer on the exhale, letting your lower back relax. Lower back, pelvic floor, knees and feet. Because right now we're going to start already grounding that light of yours, your soul's light, you're the master, right down to your feet. On top of each foot, you might feel a little warmth or tingling. That's your light. And let's make this fun. The sandals you wear or the shoes you wear as color on top of each foot. And now a little bit of washing. We'll call this the purification now. Purification through your solar plexus, front and back. And it may feel like a little towel, just nicely washing the solar plexus. Everyone likes nice and warm sense of purification. From the left side of over your navel, over to the right, through to that liver side, and down to the sacral lumbar at the back. Purification as you sit. Now you're here in the inner temple of healing and wisdom. Take your awareness back to your forehead, your inner eye. And you're going to perhaps sense what is on your sacred altar in front of you. Healing stones and a beautiful candle that is yours. That's your candle there. It's symbolic of your light sitting in a place in a higher consciousness where your light shines out into the world. But there's something else there on that sacred altar for you. And whatever image comes to mind, let that be perfect for you. It's special for you because you are here as your soul's expression and mission in life. Now we are going to take a little break before we go on to the next level of healing for you and for the world. So let's just take a moment now and bring ourselves back from that first healing just by opening your eyes now. We're not leaving the inner temple of healing and wisdom. We're going to stay here and then we'll go on to phase 2. It's nice to have a little break in between and you're doing your energy work so that you can just gather yourself again. So right now, the first meditation was about aligning your own energy centers, getting out from the noise of the world. This is a time for you, which I'm very grateful to, where you get to leave the outer world, come into your inner world, and enjoy a Sunday night of oneness with your own soul's light, your divine monad, your divine connection. Now, from here, since we are sitting in a higher level of consciousness, I'd like to remind you of something, that any time you wish to do prayers and thoughts for the world, or you'd like to send healing out to someone or to nature, which we're going to do tonight, we're going to enjoy and include nature, is that please remember to do a nice healing where you are lifting yourself up out of that lower noise and giving yourself a chance to realign with your own soul's light. That's important because when you're in that higher level, you're actually above the noise and distractions. You'll feel stronger of mind, you'll feel stronger inside, you'll feel healthier, and you'll also be able to draw just like that with each breath from the higher consciousness. Now, with that in mind, then you send out to whatever it is you wish to bring healing to. These times are calling upon each of us to be more consciously active or aware of just how important it is to be above the noise. The lower worlds, and let's just call it for what it is, the state of the mass consciousness through just because that's where the evolution of our consciousness is at. We're moving out of an old paradigm and an old age into a higher age. So that lower consciousness is not sitting meditating necessarily right now, right? They are having their own difficulties, or perhaps they're just not interested. But you're here. And because you're here, you're intentional in living with a consciousness at a higher level. You're intentional of having greater mental clarity and intuition and connection to your spiritual reason for being. You're interested in knowing who you are and why you're born. So because of that, you owe to you have what you're doing with yourself is you are commanding a very special place in life in the evolution and the progress of your celestial journey. So the more that you do that every day, the more you're going to reap the benefits of your healthy body, healthy mind, healthy emotions, and so on. Now, can you imagine if there are people out there and nature out there, wildlife, trees, forests, mammals, animals, birds, you name it, that are experiencing difficulty right now because of the, we'll call the discordancy that's going on? You have the ability to extend stability into the world. And so, our next leg of our work here tonight, or we'll call it our healing time tonight, will be to extend into mankind. Now, we're going to choose, or we've chosen for this night, the Middle East because of the conditions. But what I'd like you to think about is purification of all that is happening in the world because of it. Purification, negation, neutralizing, helping those who are in decision making positions to be attended to even when they're sleeping or when they're in business in particular meetings, that something insightful comes to them, which will, like a download, if you will, that is sort of like whispering upon their consciousness that may they choose to take actions that are for the highest good for all involved on this planet. Now, we also are going to send some very special healing to the Middle East, and we're going to do that right now. So I'm going to pick you up where we left off, sitting in the inner temple, and we're going to go a little higher now. And we're going to you will continue to benefit from the rays of light that flow down, because it's flowing through your um, hearts and minds at those higher levels. So naturally, your personality is also going to experience the benefits of the healing. So let us move on now to the next level, if you'll join me again. And I'll be mindful of time. We're going to spend about maybe 7 or 8 minutes on this. So if you'll once again join me as we close our eyes. And we're now going to move on to another level just by picking up where we left off with some nice deep breaths in. And as you return to your awareness in front of your candle, your sacred altar, in your mind's eye here in the inner temple of healing and wisdom, remember that we are joined by the divine holiness of the divine creator, or as some may wish to call, the divine universal light. Each one of you are now increasing that light within and around you. As the inner temple, you start to feel, as you look up in your mind's eye, you're going to feel another station of light or flow of light of the divine. And you're going to be taking yourself up into that light step by step in your mind. Let's imagine, if you will, that you can actually walk those stairs of light right up into that beautiful light. Now that new level is opening its doors to you, where you're going to step into what we'll call a big assembly hall, like a movie theater. And as we move up into that movie theater, take your place in front of the extraordinarily large screen. On the screen, you're going to see Mother Earth, as if you're up in outer space looking at the planet. Look at that beautiful planet. That's our Earth. That's our home. And in your mind's eye, you might see or sense the beautiful white light radiating around the earth, as there are many that join us with such high and loving intentions as you have. And it's as if the beautiful wings and the tapestry of fluidic light is moving around the earth upon the currents that naturally flow on the earth. They could be easterly winds. They could be northern polar winds. They could be water currents up the Atlantic Ocean or through the Pacific. But you're not down in that physical. You're up here. And your thoughts of peace profound, may peace profound flow into the minds and hearts of humanity. And may this peace profound be carried on the winds, be carried on the ocean currents, and carried throughout the trees, whispering to one another, and to the little animals at night as they rest, through the children, the parents around the world that are now asleep. Many are asleep right now. It's nighttime. And may it flow to those that are awake, who are making decisions to raise their own conscious awareness. Now, as you focus in on that beautiful movie screen of the earth, we're going to take our awareness right to the Middle East. Just find Africa in your mind's eye and then follow your way up. And if you even don't know the map, just think about in your mind that from northern Africa, you're coming up and you're looking at or feeling the beautiful areas of the waters and the lands of the Middle East. And you are breathing deeply, and on every exhale, you're blowing upon the location, the breath of light, life, and love. Every exhale, your incredibly peaceful thoughts are flowing along the winds of the systems of life. The warmth of your hearts are extended to all the beautiful human beings that want peace there, and to help neutralize those that don't, that they will shift, they will change. Now imagine that you could reach right down and touch the waters, dropping little seed thoughts of light upon the waters, upon the land, sparkling the seed thoughts of your light and good thoughts and love. I'll be silent for 30 seconds here. And now your light and your good thoughts have been sent to the earth over that region, but it's circulating. Oh, it's circulating. Already I can certainly see the winds carrying your thoughts, not just in the Middle Eastern area, carrying your thoughts around the earth. Because that's mind to mind communication. And now we can just bring ourselves out of that beautiful movie theater symbolism. We are going to come back every week and see how the movie changes, how the divine steps in and joins us as we come back from the higher realm, stepping back down into the inner temple, settling back down here in your body. But while we're doing that, there's a beautiful light cascading down through your forehead, and there's a little white feather. I'll tell you the symbolism after. A little white feather that's touching your forehead as you come back into your body. And then whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back, and you can stretch out if you like to stretch out. And there we go. We have sent out beautiful essence of light and love around the world. And I'll tell you, the little white feather let's say it stands for truth and light. And it's like a thank you from the higher worlds to you. You did that. You make me feel emotional. But you did that. And so thank you for joining me. And now I hope that we will see you again next week. And until then, keep on sending out your positive thoughts around the world and keep on doing your meditations. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next week. We are now back, and the temple is untiled, which means everybody goes about their day or their night. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.